welcome to this new live dedicated to Mongolia, to the Morin Huur, to its music, to its art and culture. I'm very glad to see you here again today. It's been a week. I hope that you had a great week, that you practiced a lot, that you played a lot of music, and that you and your families are very well. So I will start maybe to give you some insight about the COVID situation in Mongolia, as a lot of person are kind of starting to prepare eventually a future coming trip into Mongolia. Hello, Blaviken, how are you? Thanks for joining. So on Discord and on Facebook, people, some person asked me what's going on with Mongolia, with the COVID, with the frontier, can we come and all that. So I will start by giving you a few information about that. Hello, Roy Boss, how are you? Thanks for joining here. So, as some of you might know, in Mongolia, we are since today again in lockdown. It should go until I think the 20 or the 25 or the 28. It's not super clear. I didn't really understand exactly what was going on. But it seems that we are in quarantine, in lockdown since today for almost until the end of the month. So if some of you wanted to buy or order a Morin Huur or Mongol outfits like a Dale or shoes, might be a little bit difficult for me to ship things for you in the next 2 weeks. I will try my best, but I cannot promise that I will manage to ship and to get the instrument and everything in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So it's a little bit gray area, grayish kind of. So in Mongolia, every day we have like around 500, 600, 700 new case in the last 2 weeks. So that's why we are now in lockdown again. The thing is that I heard, I saw in some website, in some news, that the frontier might open again in May, so in the next month. I don't know if it's only the frontier between China and Mongolia, or it's gonna be, or if it's gonna be totally widespread and it's gonna be open again for tourist season or something. I'm not sure yet. I just saw, I think it was last week that there was a news saying that the frontier might open again in May. So for some of you who want to come in Mongolia, actually it might be possible in this summer. We will see with what's going on, with how the current quarantine and lockdown will help, and if a more official kind of decision will be taken. But so far, that's kind of what's going on with the COVID situation in Mongolia. So I will also now start with a question that was asked on Discord. I will not get too deep into it because it's about the religion. So as I don't want to, as I don't know every religion, I will just give you my insight, what I saw, and I took some numbers on internet to give you some insight as well. So the question was, what is or are the most common religion in Mongolia? So as some of you might think, a lot of you might think that, yeah, the shamanism is the biggest and most common religion in Mongolia. Actually, it's not the case anymore. Now, the most common religion in Mongolia is the Buddhism. So as I have the number here, it's a little bit more than 50%, so 52%. So the Buddhism was introduced firstly around the 500, 600 or something like that, but he was very, very weak and very light introduction, kind of. And it came back in the 13th century a little bit stronger, and it really kind of stayed in Mongolia in the 16th century, 16th, 17th. And actually, there is a lot of things that are very similar between the Buddhism and the shamanism. So sometimes it can be very confusing to know what is exactly Buddhism, what is exactly Buddhist, or what is exactly shamanist, especially those hatak. The form it has right now, like the long scarf, is a little bit closer to the Buddhism form, while the original form was um, smaller, more like a A4 piece of paper. It wasn't really a big scarf, so there is this kind of difference. So the most common religion, it's not actually the shamanism, it's the Buddhism, with more than 50% of the person of Mongols here that are Buddhist. That's what they say. The second religion actually is the Islam, with 3 and 3.2%. So it's very interesting. Actually, in the West Mongolia, especially in the Kazakh area and some of the ethnic groups, if we can say ethnic groups, the Khoton, they are mostly part of the Islam religion. So it's very mixed, and we know that during the 13th century, there were a lot of Islam, I don't know if we can say Islam representant, kind of missionary that came in Mongolia and that had a lot of trade. We can read about it a little bit in the letter that was written by Guillaume de Rubruck. Maybe you heard about this Christian priest, but he wrote about all the missionary, the different missionaries that he met in Mongolia on his way from France, actually, to the king of Mongolia. So it's very interesting. So the second religion is actually Islam. So the first one, Buddhism, second one is Islam. The third one is the shamanism with only 2.5%. It's actually very, very little compared to the vision that we have with Mongolia, which is the land of the shaman, with even the throat singing, the overtone singing, the Homi is said to be. A lot of persons think that the Homi is the language of the shaman and so on. So even though the Mongol country, Mongolia, is kind of shining as the land of the shamans, it's only represented with 2.5% according to the statistics. So I find it also very, very interesting. So I will not go too deep in what are the shamanism, what is the shamanism, the Islam, and all that. Just to give you a bit of statistic of the different religions that are present in Mongolia. So first Buddhism, second Islam, third shamanism, then fourth is the Christianity with 1.3%. Then after that, there is a mixed like things that are not from those four religion, with only 0.7% of other religion, and there is a big, big part of 40% of the person in Mongolia that claim to be unaffiliated to any religion. So I'm not sure if it means that they are atheists or if they are maybe animists, people that believe in the fact that the element, the earth, the rivers, and all that has specific spirits and a soul. So I don't know if it is included in the unaffiliated part of this statistic, but that's to answer the question that was asked on Discord about the religion that are common in Mongolia. So to be honest, to now talk a bit more about my own experience, I must say that of course the Buddhism is omnipresent, especially in Ulaanbaatar, because there is many Buddhist temple. I think, as far as I know, there is like four or five big temple in Ulaanbaatar or very close to Ulaanbaatar. It's very common to see Buddhist lam uh, walk in the street with their outfit and knowing that they will go to a ceremony or to maybe bless someone or make some cleaning of home or things like that. And it's also very common for people to go in the temple, even if they are not totally Buddhist or if they're not worshipping 100%. It's very common for people to go in the temple and ask for blessings from the priest, so for the health, for good work, or for success, or there is many different kind of I don't know if I can say mantras to kind of like give good energy. I actually went myself a few times to try it to because I was very curious to see how it goes, and yeah, that was very very interesting. And for me, I think that I encountered much more shamans than Buddhist priest or Buddhist lam um, in my exploration, in my research, and in my experience in Mongolia. So yeah, I'm closer to Tengir. I'm closer to the shamanism, even though I'm not super comfortable saying that the shamanism is a religion, more like a philosophy or something. But yeah, that's my perception. So yeah, and for the Christianity, I saw a little bit in Ulaanbaatar. Outside in the countryside, I don't no, I don't think I don't remember seeing any Christian priests outside of the city. And for the Islam, a little bit when I was in the West, indeed closer to the Kazakhstan. But except of that, yeah, maybe in the city with the Uzbekistan, the person from Uzbek, they are close there also. So yeah, I think that's it for the religion. So hey, tea drinker, thanks for joining. And Onat Asarer, thanks for joining as well. So now we can maybe move to the next part that I wanted to talk with you in this live, which is more related to the Motherhood. So yes, Unu in Discord. Yeah, I guessed from the name that it was you. I'm very glad that you could manage and that you could join us here. I'm very glad. So that's it for the religion topic. I hope that it answered the question that you had, the curiosity that you had. And now we will take the metaphor, and I will talk about something also that was asked. I will get a little bit further. That was asked on Discord, on Facebook, when I was online lessons and all that. So it's the particularity of changing kind of the pressure on the bow on each or the other string while playing double string. So basically that's when we are playing, for example, B or tatlaq or any other piece that require that we play the double strings. So it's kind of to adjust. Maybe I should put the camera a little bit lower so you can maybe see the box of the instrument as well. Yeah, that might work like that. Okay. So basically, when we are playing, for example, a B or a tatlaq, the best example that I would have right now is the Bayat Buchik, as it's a very famous piece played on double strings. Some person, when they play, they think or they feel or they cannot really hear the melody that will. So that's usually because either the string that play the melodies is a little bit too low in volume, or because the two strings are kind of played identically. So obviously, when we are playing double strings and we are playing double strings melody, we want to kind of push a little bit the direction on the strings that is playing the melody currently. So if I give a little example, so this little, just this little part, okay? So to train and to practice kind of the feeling, as usual, it's always play and practice very slowly. And what you can do is actually to play the melody only on one string and not double string. Kind of to take the habit of moving the bow from one string to the other. So instead of playing like that, you can play it like that. So maybe it's a little bit too close. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, that should work better now. Okay. So the idea is when you are practicing like that, it's to practice one string at a time and avoid practicing double string. Because if you practice the double string together, it might kind of mute or I would say absorb the melody too much. And you might get confused on where is the melody, which string is sounding with more volume or not. So in the beginning, you can practice one string at a time, for example, like that. So you will really have this very sharp movement from one string to the other to avoid having the two strings together. Then when you feel that very, I would say, very movement from one string to the other, and you have control over it, and you can really play, then you can get back to this double string playing. So for example, so I am, even though I'm playing the two strings together, I am pushing a little bit. So I'm making this movement kind of pushing a little bit. So I'm making this movement kind of to exaggerate so you can have the idea of what's going on. But it's kind of, even though I play the double string, it's having the bow a little bit like that or a little bit like that with a bunch of pressure. So the two strings are still played together, but it's kind of moved like that. So playing the strings one at a time will really help get this mood. And then you can practice with the double string to extract, I would say, the melody. The idea is to have the string that plays the melody at around 60-70% volume, and the other one should be lower. So if I play this little melody a little bit. I forgot a little bit. So you can also try to practice just the double string, kind of like the Z. Just practice it and see how your instrument react also, because some instruments are not balanced. It means that the two strings played together, they are not balanced. For example, the lower string will be stronger while the higher string will be lower in terms of volume, or the opposite. So it means that you cannot play kind of directly. You need already to compensate the volume mistake, the error of the instrument itself. So playing also the double string alone, just the double string without using any melody, will also help you first identify how your instrument react to this double string, to see how the lower and the higher are in balance, if it's like a 50-50%, or if it's a 60-40 or 40-60, and so on. So first is it's also to identify how your instrument behave with this double string. So for example, here obviously the lower string is too high and we lost higher one. The lower string is too high and the higher one is too low. If I go the other way, now this one is loose. So it's finding the balance. Where is the balance 50-50 for your instrument? And then it's experimenting. So I'm kind of getting to the basics, but I'm trying to develop a little bit this issue or this little problem or the question that some have about this kind of balance. So the first step would be to find this balance for your instrument, to feel it, and on all the bow as usual. So for that, no magic, practice very slowly. The slower you practice, the more you will feel, the more point of sensitivity you will feel. I would say sensitivity. If you go very fast, you will not really feel the good angle, if I could say, on all the bow. So once you can kind of have a 50-50% balance on the two strings without playing any melody, then you can kind of have fun and try to have like a 70-30%, for example. Or 30. So those are little exercise practice that you can use to get the feeling, to get the mood, to get the feeling with your bow, with the double string, with how this pressure make a huge difference in your playing. And after that you can use it to perform the beat, the tatlak. It's kind of used all the time in every single double string playing, because usually the melody is on one string and the second one is used as a background bourdon or drone kind of. So it's something that you will really need in your advanced practice and performance. Also, actually, the question was, I'm not sure if it was like how to do it or is it required. So now I kind of explain how to practice it and how to perform. If you have any further question, you can ask in the live now, and I will be very happy to give you more insight about it. And actually, the second question would be, is it necessary, or do we need to do this kind of variation? Do we need to vary the bow while we are playing double string? And definitely, yeah, we need to have this slight change of balance, slight change of strength from one string to the other one. Oh, sorry. To always have the melody very, I would say, very sharp. If we don't make this bow pressure variation, it's the melody is not gonna really be very sharp. It might disappear, or some part of the melody might disappear. So, for example, if I play this Bayat Bujik without making this variation, that could give us something like that. So here you can hear that the higher one is very present, but the second one, the lower string is very mute. It's missing. So basically, da 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 dee da, da dee da dee da. So I guess someone will make a meme again of me doing this this stuff. So it's again, it's very important. And if I play the opposite, so more accent on the lower string and not on the higher one. Oh, sorry. So again, you see here the lower string is very present, the higher one is not ringing that well. So it's kind of like da 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 da. So this variation is essential when we are playing the Morel in double string. The examples are numerous because the double string playing is omnipresent in the Morel. So that's really something that you need to implement in your playing. Again, you can practice one string at a time to get used to it, then practice the double string alone without a melody also to get comfortable with it, and then implement the two together, double string plus melody, to get the mood and to get like this very interesting dynamic. So I think that's kind of all I could say about this variation of bow, variation of pressure on the double string playing on the Morel. So I think that now we can maybe play Urtindo practice if you don't have any further questions. So let's see in the chat if there is some intervention or some questions or so on. If not, then we can get into the Urtindo practice. So that will be the 17th Urtindo practice. Oh, hello Bjorn. How are you? Oh, you didn't know there were alive. Oh Timo. Mitkuyu, mitsinguyu. Yeah, it's like it wasn't super clear. Actually, I had only those two questions for today's live. But I figured that, yeah, why not doing live, even if it's a little bit shorter than usual. It doesn't need to be 2 hours each time. So basically, I didn't want to cut and I would say skip the Urtindo practice, as we will now do a little Urtindo practice. I like this one, and I think that it's useful for you guys. And yeah, those two questions were interesting. So I thought that yeah, maybe I can do a live anyway, even if it's very short. So I don't know if there will be a person now ready for Urtindo practice. Maybe I will play alone. I'm not sure. So I will still give you the tuning as usual, and we will get into a bit of Urtindo practice. So yeah, I think the frame is all right. So I'm not sure what is this tuning. As usual, I'm very freestyle and not structured. So we will. I just think no, we were streaming today. Oops. Yeah, I should have maybe been more clear. Yeah, as we started again last week, doing the live, I thought that yeah we could again be on a weekly basis. So yeah, so we will see again next week. I hopefully. So let's tune first lower string. I will give you 3 or 4 bows. I don't know if I'm low or high in tune. So that's for the lower string. Now the higher string. So that's the higher string. Now the double string together just to check. So we're good. As usual, then I give you the note and we get together for now it's like 33 minutes. So maybe a 10-15 minute improvisation to get into it. Good luck and have fun. Changing a little bit of gum now. And we will finish on this note. So congratulations on performing your, I think it's the seventh Urtindo practice, kind of to get in the mood of, I will get a little bit closer, to get in the mood of following the singer, following the melody, getting in the mood of all those ornamentation, the slide, the variation of notes, and kind of getting the position. I hope that now, as it's been, yeah, I think it's been like seven live that we are making this Urtindo practice. I hope that you start to get really comfortable with it, that you get the different position that are very comfortable to play. So I hope that it's very beneficial for your experience with the Merur, with your practice and all that. I see. Sorry, Bjorn. I might have to go back to past streams to redo some of the old practices. Yeah, might be actually. Since the last live and this live, I really moved the difficulty level. I guess I'm much more freestyle, much more, I would say, myself, not really containing myself that much, just having fun. So I hope that you can follow and feel and have the fun as well. So we can have all that together. I think that in the previous live, I was very didactic in a way, more like yeah, more like, I don't want to say teaching, but more like gradual. In those last live, I'm a little bit more like a real tempo or something like that, because I want to move to real urtindo, as I was saying in the last live, maybe around the 20th live or something. By the way, on that subject, what urtindo would you like to learn first? um, you can put your suggestion on Discord, or you can put on the comment of this live. That would be even better, maybe, than on the Discord. Or the Discord, you can put it in the Ask for YouTube Live channel. That's there for that. So what urtindo would you like to learn first? So my suggestions are something like эрдэн цас геоног, хайлс нуур, унчин цагаан бодох, цомбон түрээтэй хүрэн, this kind of urtindo are not too big, and they're not too long. They're pretty cozy, I would say, to memorize and all that. So maybe we could start by urtindo a little bit like that. Because starting directly with Asriundur or Oyakan Zombatiunaran, or this kind of super huge piece, or Tumenich, it's very huge piece, so that might be a little bit difficult. And actually, I might need also to practice it to be very solid during the live, because I usually play those urtindo with a singer. So I don't know them, to be honest, I don't know them perfectly. I'm very comfortable following a singer because the singer knows it perfectly. So that's a little bit a very comfortable position as a Maruhorch. You just need to support it and know the few little areas that needs to be, I would say, I have the word in зарим газар төрүүлэх хэрэгтэй моригорч. Yeah, there is some area where the murderhorch is supposed to go first and the singer will follow him or her. So those little areas and all that. So yeah, you can make your suggestions in the comments below. If you have an idea of an urtindo that you would like to practice, like the first real urtindo that you would like to practice, which one would it be? So please comment below to tell me what it would be, so I would be able to practice it and get into it. So I would be ready for you guys. And yeah, I think that's it. If there is no other questions or intervention or something, well, I guess that's it for today. So I hope, even though it was a kind of short live, I didn't want to miss it. I still wanted to give you a little bit of information and share a bit of time with you. So I hope that you enjoyed, that this urtindo practice was interesting, that the information, but the religion thing, the religion that are present in Mongolia were also interesting. And also this, how to change the pressure, to use the different pressure and the different strings while playing double string. I hope that it answer your question, your interrogation, and that now it's more clear. And as usual, feel free to like and share. If you want more information, you can join the Discord community. It's getting great there, sharing a lot of things. Actually, Blaviken today shared a vinyl that he found. I think he is in France. He found a vinyl from I don't know where, and he posted some very interesting old urtindo that were recorded. I don't know exactly when. I think it was in the 80s or in the 90s or something like that, but it's pretty old. So like a vinyl with a dozen of pieces, and he shared a few on the Discord. So it's super rare. It's super incredibly awesome. So join us there. Link is in the description. Like what I do, you can support me by subscribing on the so yeah, I think yeah, he's telling Mirjasenzo that 19 well, yes, too many language that are going in the same time. It was in the 70s, so it's like 50 years ago. Most of the people here watching were not born yet. So yeah, that's pretty amazing what he shared on Discord there. So I hope he will share everything and maybe picture of the cover of the vinyl. That's my little request, if I could say, because on the vinyl there is some information translation of some urtindo, and I read I could not recognize any of the lyrics that I saw on this cover from the preview picture, the teasing picture that he took and that he shared with us. So I would really be interested to see what is the Mongolian version, how it was translated into English and in French. That was actually super interesting. And what are those urtindo? Because the melody that I could hear ring a bell, but not the lyrics. So it would be interesting to make some comparison and all that. So yeah, definitely there is there we are pretty quiet community, but when there is sharing and when we are sharing things, it's always super rare and super precious piece of culture. So definitely join us on the Discord. And yeah, I think that's it for today. I will make a playlist, I think, for the songs say Blaviken. So yeah, definitely that would be awesome. Soon we will have the vinyl on YouTube on a private basis, especially for the Discord all community. So thanks, Blaviken, for your effort and for sharing that with us. That's super precious. By the way, where did you find? I don't know if you can answer right now on the chat, but I'm super curious to know where you found this super vinyl from old time. Because I didn't know this one. I never saw the okay found on eBay. Okay, okay, that's awesome. I didn't know there were such things on eBay. Since I'm in Mongolia, I'm not too much in the online shopping anymore because I cannot really receive. I don't have a post mail, so I cannot really receive any things that I order from online. So I am not on eBay or hunting on online shop anymore. I ship things, but I cannot really receive them. uh, so yeah, anyway, super interesting. I hope that you enjoyed the live today, even though it was a little bit shorter than usual. If you have any other ideas or questions or suggestions for the next live, most clearly that should be next week. So please, sorry, is writing at the same time. I found it by searching the name of the anthropologist Roberte, Robert Amayon. Robert Amayon. So maybe some of you might have information about this anthropologist. I think that she was French, from what I understood. So yeah. So again, other questions, other suggestions, feel free to ask on the comment below on the Discord community. I'm a little bit, to be honest, I'm not sure where to go with the live, and where you want to go with the lives, because in the beginning there were a lot of person, a lot of question, a lot of interaction, but we already went through a lot of stuff. We talked about things. We already have now with 17 lives. I think that we are close to have like 40 hours of me talking to you and exchanging with you and sharing a lot of informations. So I'm not exactly sure where to go in the next lives, especially because I also have the show Into the Motherhood, which I still have I would say two episode I need to do to put the basis of my sharing philosophy kind of, or should I just make maybe in the live, as we made the last time how to play Chinggis Khan Maktal, should I make the next live how to play, for example, Bayat Satsal, and then after, I don't know, maybe Hotong Takmo, and just share the bilge, the b one per live. So even though some are pretty easy and simple, it would be shorter live. Some are longer, so it might be super long live, or maybe sharing tatlak like a John and tatlak or Burhashan. So please, guys, tell me how you want me to make this community evolve, make the knowledge spread, how you want me to share in the live. What about the Into the Mud World? I must be honest. Also, I'm like super crazy busy with my school, with the book, working on the book, and I'm trying to practice and make a CD. I want to make some kind of anthology with around 30, 40 pieces. So I'm like crazy busy. So please help me a little bit find a way to adjust this live and the content, or maybe less frequent, or please leave a comment below with your wish, with your suggestion, how you want me to evolve and make progress in this community, share what I know and so on. So I really want to hear from you guys what you want, what you wish, and have more exchange. I also really want to see and hear you guys and girls, if there is girls playing the motherhood. I really would like to see how you play, what you play, even if it's not Mongol Ardin Tatlak Bilge, even if it's not pure traditional things. Just I'm so curious, to hear the community. All I mean, I've been sending dozens of metaphor. What are becoming the metaphor that I sent you guys? What are you doing with it? Are you playing? Are you riding the horse? So Evan, I see now Bjorn. I don't do hear me play Urtindo lot. It sounds bad. You know, even if you think that it sounds bad or whatever, and I mean, I've been playing now 8 years. I still not I don't sound that crazy awesome. I'm very I'm not a master or anything. I still make mistakes a lot and forget some notes and stuff like that. So it's not about perfection. It's not about being crazy, super awesome player and playing perfectly. It's more sharing, with heart, what we are doing, the improvisation, the different song, and kind of, having emulsion between all the player of Murder. I don't want us, all these player now on the overall, there is around 300 persons. I In the last 2 years, I sent around 60 or 70 Murder. Where are all those person? I mean, I love the Merhur. I love its music. I love the sound of the Merhur. and I really want to hear what all these Morin are becoming, you know. Even if you play your, maybe you compose new things, maybe you compose stuff on the Morin, why not? I mean, and kind of I would like to have all everyone share without being shy, because I'm a newbie, I'm a beginner, or I'm not playing perfectly, or there is mistakes and all that. I mean, it doesn't matter. And for me, even if there is mistakes or it's not perfect or whatever, that's the opportunity to share with each other and share our mistakes, you know, and evolve together. Like, oh, I play like that and it's difficult, maybe another person went through that and they have advice to correct that or to play better, or maybe can give new ideas or stuff like that. So I'm really craving, if I could say, I'm longing to hear what you're doing with your instrument, even if it's not perfect, because it's perfect. I mean, I know that everyone is trying, learning, doing their own research and all that. So definitely, that would be so nice to hear from all the community. Maybe everyone should, not should, but that would be nice is if everyone could maybe share one video a week. You know, in the Discord we have this member showcase, and I wish there would be more, you know, even if it's not Motherwood, it can be maybe Tough Shot or Homie or Tor or maybe calligraphies and stuff like that. It's really a place to share what we can do, and show that we love the Mongol culture, and that we experience it and that we learn. And you know, that's also a way. I have videos of myself when I touched my mirror for the first time, and that was, oh my god. I mean, that was like what it was. And but still I have this video when I just started, like almost the day I got my mirror. A few days later I took a video just to have a memory, you know, like. So I think that it can be nice to see also that everyone is making progress. It's not about competing it's not about having a competition between all of us. It's more like sharing, you know, and I'm learning like that, and I'm learning like that, and seeing the difference and how um, the Merur sounds and all that. So really, I would be so happy to have more, to see more, you know, from the community and from everyone. So I'm so curious. Again, I sent so many Murderhorde, and all those horses. What, where are they? What are they? Do you give some grass to them or something? So yeah. So yeah, I think that's kind of it. I just, yeah, I don't know why I went through this little moment of query. So I will try to talk more. Hey, hey, I am just so shy. I can maybe share a video. Yeah, please do so. I think I will share my calligraphy try. Yeah, please do it. I think that it would be great. I would definitely like to share something as soon as I have an instrument. Yeah, definitely. And hello, Matheus. Thanks for joining. It's a little bit the end of the live. Sorry. So yeah, definitely share everything, like the calligraphy, the metaphor, the tour, your singing, homie, and all that. You know, we on the Discord, it's still kind of a closed community. All the person that are on the, I will just sit on the chair because it's being on the ground is a little bit uncomfortable now. So yeah, about the Discord, it's kind of like a, I don't want to say closed community, it's open to anyone, but the person that are joining on the Discord, usually they're very kind, they're very curious. Most are more or less, I would say, maybe not scientists, but kind of researcher or freelance researcher, a little bit like myself. So I think that it's all very positive, that if we share what we have and share how we play, maybe our composition and all that. Um, and I think that it can be also very motivating, to see kind of like a not really a competition, but seeing, oh, that guy, he posted 2 videos this week, and then I didn't practice. It would motivate me also because I'm not practicing crazy those last weeks because I have so many other things on the side. So seeing you guys also play, that would also make me push me a little bit more. So that's why I'm talking about this, like sharing between all, and know that on the Discord I have like zero tolerance for intolerance. I already banned I think like 60% that are very weird comments or critics, and that definitely felt very toxic. So I really try to keep the community as positive and open-minded as possible. So it's all great. I'm pretty sure that it's a very good place to share how you progress on the instrument and all that. What I would like also is I have few person that ask me question in private on Facebook, on the Discord chat, on Telegram, and so on. I would like you guys to ask directly on the Discord community, so it would benefit for everyone, um, not just what I give. I want to the answers I give, the advice and the information. I really want it to be open for as many person as possible. And most beginner, when starting, and me when I started the motherhood, we all have the same questions, we all have the same issues. It's not like I mean, yeah, we all go through the same things. So I think that would be great to have also the person that are in the community for a while to support the newcomer and so on. Like I really would like, like a herd of horses. That's kind of my wish. So I really encourage you to share what you do with the instrument, whatever is related to the Mongol culture. Um, so yeah, I wanted to share a little bit my feeling about that. And again, if you have suggestion or any ideas for the lives, how to improve the community or attract eventually more people, feel free to share. Feel free to share your ideas in the comments on Discord, or to share the channel, the YouTube channel, to subscribe and all that. Actually, maybe I can play the Jonan. It's been a while. Actually, it's been a while that I didn't play it. So what's gonna happen? Yeah, I want to play a little bit. Actually, maybe I can. So they are not jealous from each other. Can play a little bit of the Ikel. That might be interesting too. Totally different sound. Maybe I can put that a little bit further. As you can see, I'm a little bit rusty. hope that you like this one. That's my last composition. Maybe we can finish with Jara on the Ikel. Okay. So I hope that you like this little few melodies. So there is actually a question. That thumb technique looks so difficult. No, it's kind of easy actually. That's not too difficult. Once you get relaxed, that's pretty. Just need to get it, and then it's very kind of very simple. Roy Boss is asking. So interchangeable are the Ikel and the Merho? Do they require different techniques? Oh, well. um, they are interchangeable. The thing is that, as you can see, the bow is a little bit different, and the strings are opposite. So basically, on the Ikel here, the string that is outside is the higher string, and the string that is inside is the lower. So dun, 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 dun. But on the Morin, that's the opposite. So here, so the string that is inside, so the lower string is outside, the higher string is inside. So basically, that's the biggest difference. Also, the thing is, usually on the Ikel, we cannot really go that high in the sound. We still stay in the lower notes. So, oh, sorry, Onu, thanks for joining. You have to leave. See you. Thanks for the live. It was great waiting for the next live. So yeah, thanks for joining. I know that you are also super busy, so thanks for making the time and joining us and watching and supporting the community. So thanks and have a good evening or good day. I don't know what time is it for you. So to get back about the Ikel and the Morin, we talked a little bit about the difference between the two before. So basically, they are very similar. The bow technique is very close. Only the strings are opposites. So in the beginning, that's a little bit confusing. And once you get used to it, well, that's kind of I was about to say a difference between playing maybe a electric guitar and a classic guitar, but actually the difference is a little bit more than that. So yeah, I don't know, kind of like playing a left-handed guitar and a right-handed guitar, something like that. If I would make a comparison with the guitar, but they're very similar. It's a yeah, it's just confusing in the beginning, and once you get the different position and reflex, and then when it gets into your fingers, uh, it's totally okay. I would say it's totally fine. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this live. Matt Gray is asking, what would an electric motor sound like? Well, maybe like an like an electric violin or yeah, I guess that would be like that. There is some person that put the microphone, kind of like the electroacoustic guitar, inside the motherboard. But to be honest, I'm not too interested into this kind of instrument, so I didn't really hear them that much. But I think that it's pretty close to an electrical violin. I'm more into the skin instrument, as you can see, and I like the acoustic sound better. So, and I'm not sure there is that many electrical motor that was made so far. Mm, well, Bjorn is asking, if is it like writing with your other hand? Uh, I I don't think that it is as extreme as that, because yeah, maybe a little bit in the beginning actually. But you see, if I take the metaphor, um, now it's playing like that, right? It's gonna be very funny the next few minutes. So with the Ikel, we still play, the bow is still with the right hand, right? So now if I switch and I'm becoming a left-handed person, I think I cannot even hold the instrument. So, but in terms of string, that's what's going on. But yeah, yeah. See, I'm just like you guys, or actually worse than you. Yeah, you see, I can't play like that in left-handed. So that's not as extreme as changing from right-handed to left-handed. It's just the strings that change. So it's not, just need to get the idea when you switch a little bit in the first weeks or days when you play, and then that's all good because you still play with the same bow hand. So it's really fine. It's just a little gymnastic to get in, and it's all good. I saw an electric doshpulur for sale on Alibaba once. Okay, interesting. Doshpulur, yeah, actually, as it's kind of like Tofshur guitar and so on. That works usually better. The bowed instrument electrically, I'm not sure there is that many. I know there is violin and cello, but they don't sound that well from what I saw. It's not as good as having the acoustic instrument and put the I would say the microphone on the box. Usually this sound better, I think, than electrical instrument, especially with the bow. Yeah, actually, yeah, I don't think that I know that many bowed instruments that are electrical. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah. So I know there is some electric motorboard in Inner Mongolia. I think that some person tried to make some here in Mongolia, but yeah, I never heard live the electric motorboard. So yep. You're super motivating. Old community is so cool. cool. It is so cool. It is so freaking cool. Definitely. So share your progress, share your writing, share your metaphor, share your singing. Make people happy with the music, with art. Share on the whole community, on the Discord or whatever. Share on YouTube. Show what you can do. Show your passion. Definitely, that's what we need, especially now with this crazy worldwide crazy stuff that is going on. So if I sum up what happened in the live today, basically we talked a little bit about the religion. We talk about this difference of pressure on the double string. I hope that it was useful. Then I kind of asked you guys suggestions for the future of the oral community, of the lives, of the show. I have few ideas, but it might take a while because I'm kind of super busy with millions of things to do. So what you are wishing to see in a very near future, basically next few lives and so on. If you want me to kind of share a Bilge in a B or Tatlar in the lives or a Urtindo or whatever, please share your suggestion or talk about something else like another subject or culture or whatever. Definitely share what you want and wish for me to give you in terms of information and music and so on. I will really do my best to share what I know and study like a good student to give you good information. And also, if you are on Discord, share your music, your what you do. If you have a Dale, wear the Dale, show how awesome and super pretty you look with the Dale. Show your picture, your writing if you are making calligraphy, your singing if you sing Urtindo or Homi, even if you're learning. Always good to have support from the community and share and have advice if either we are making mistakes or maybe mix words or a pronunciation or whatever. If you play any Mongol instrument like tafshur, yatak, murder, whatever, share what you're doing. Maybe at some point, some people will gather together and make a little concert or stuff like that. So I have a really real and big wish for the oral community, for us to be closer, to share more. So I really hope that it reach you guys and that it will evolve in that direction. And finally, finally, if you like the live, push the thumb up, give me a thumb, share the live, and subscribe on the live. Also, if you want to support what I do, you can subscribe on the website. So I think that's it for today. And until next time, may the blessing of the eternal blue sky be upon you. See you soon. See you next week.